Hey everyone, my name is Matt. Welcome to my shop. Today is December 15th and this is my weekly shop update. So this week, we're going to take a look at where I'm at on the highboy and take care of a quick shop project. So let's get into it. So this week I had a bit of a drawer party and I finished up, well, I had these two done last week, so I finished up the other ones here, so I have 8 of the 11 drawers all put together and ready to go. And I have to tell you, I mentioned this a little bit last week about the whole just being able to be out here, not thinking about the videos at all. This week I did the through dovetail video for the back of the drawers, and I did that yesterday. But Monday, Tuesday, and also Wednesday, I was out here just having fun, just dovetailing. I didn't have to worry about the camera. I could have music on. I could leave the heater running. It was nice. It was kind of my vacation because at least before when I was working around this time of year, I'd take some time off and I'd just be out here in the shop kind of spending some time working on things that way. So it kind of further allowed me to reminisce of what that was like. But let me show you a couple of these drawers. So over here on the lower case is the drawer with the carved front. Probably my favorite drawer of them all, I think. They're all built the same exact way. So we have half blinds on this side and then the through dovetails in the back. And I think this makes for a really, really classic, strong, and clean look for a drawer. And once this whole thing is finished and assembled, we'll get the drawer bottoms in here. And I have some nice birch for that. I'm looking forward to installing some bottoms in these things and making this whole piece of furniture even more heavy. So probably the other interesting one, I guess, is the big bottom drawer here, just because it's so big. Ugh, that's a big drawer. But we'll put something pretty big in here, I guess. A lot of sheets. I don't know what, but this is pretty heavy. I remember when I built the secretary desk, how heavy those drawers were, and this has got a few more than that already. Ugh. So, pretty soon I'll be getting into finish prep. Maybe even next week I'll start on the finish prep, which will include getting the drawers glued together and finished, prepped, and cleaned up and all that stuff. And some finishing it on this thing and getting really close to the end. The other big thing I have to work on are the finials that are going to go up top here and on the bottom here in the lower case. So I'll get those turned. Maybe, I think I'm probably done next week. Get those knocked out and continue on, because the next guild project is starting in January, which will be the live edge waterfall table, and I'm really looking forward to that because it's going to be more organic and just easier in general of a build. So that's going to be a nice departure from this crazy thing. So look for that in a few weeks already. Wow, like 3 weeks that starts, and hopefully this will be done by then. So one of the things I've been meaning to do all year is to build a new outfeed table, and I think I'm almost to that point where I have time to finally do it, but I figure I might as well set something up out here for now because it's getting super annoying not having one. The Triton multi-stand has been working out pretty well for just catching things as they come off, but larger stuff, wider stuff, it's kind of annoying to have to move this thing around every single time I want to, make a different size cut. And it's just kind of nice to have some extra space to work and put stuff as you're kind of working through the parts or whatever. So I actually have a second one of these multi-stands that I still have to put together. I thought that'd be the perfect thing to have 2 of these things because they can adjust up and down and the top tilts as well. So I can get them both into the same kind of plane to support a top that just kind of rests on there. And I've had the top for this sitting around for a while in the house, so it's one less thing I have in the house cluttering that up. And I can actually get some use out of it before it's actually done. All right, let me get some of this stuff out of here. Ugh. Hey. Something like that. So now at least I can use my table saw and have something that will catch all of the stuff coming off the saw. And I'll probably trim this end back because I have to trim the back anyway, but it gives me a good idea of what it's going to look like when it's all done. One of the things I'm going to do to the slab, at least I'm going to leave the front edge, the live edge, and then I'll square up the back edge that goes against the saw. So I think this is going to look pretty nice when I finally get around to making a base for it. So that's what I've been up to in the shop this week. Let's take a look at some viewer projects. First this week is a lounge chair by Tyler. It's made out of walnut and maple and took roughly 30 hours to make. To figure out the curvature, Tyler laid down on a piece of plywood and had his girlfriend trace around his body. And he just kind of winged it from there. Next is a pencil box by Rod. Rod made this box at his apartment workshop for his father-in-law as a present. The box is inspired by my video, Something from Nothing, and it's made from Canadian torrefied maple, which he bought as scrap for $1 at Lee Valley. The wood is sold as leftovers from the handle making process of the Veritas planes and handsaws. Next is a coffee table by Aziz. Aziz built this coffee table over the course of a year and went through a few design changes along the way. The table is made from walnut finished with Danish oil. It features steel hairpin legs and a lift top and uses finger joints for the joinery. Last this week is a cupcake stand by Dave. Dave's fiance wanted a live edge cupcake stand for their wedding. The stand is made from walnut and the cracks were stabilized with bloodwood butterflies and then filled with black epoxy. The top section is designed for a small cut cake and is removable. The middle layer has an inlaid heart of blue and white marbled epoxy, and the whole thing is finished with poly and then buffed with steel wool. So also a heads up that Triton is giving away one of their Super Jaws, the XXL version, over on their social media pages on my behalf. So I'll leave some links to their pages down below if you're interested in winning a set of Super Jaws. Super handy tool. Definitely one of my favorites. I think that's about it. So, thank you as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments about anything I talked about today or anything here in my shop, please feel free to leave me a comment. As always, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. And until next time, happy woodworking.